The desert whispers of mirages, of illusions shimmering on the horizon. Life too presents its own mirages, temptations that promise easy paths and fleeting joys. Yet, within us burns a compass, a silent guide pointing towards our true north. This is the essence of devotion, an unwavering commitment to something beyond the allure of the ephemeral. It is the silent vow we make to our deepest values, be it faith, country, love, or passion. The path of devotion is not always easy. It is paved with trials, each one a test of our commitment, each one a crucible forging the steel of our resolve. Let us journey into the hearts of 4 individuals, each at a crossroads of devotion, their choices echoing in the chambers of their souls. Their stories, though different, are bound by the invisible thread of commitment, of fidelity to that which lies at their core. Their struggles illuminate the universal human experience, the constant negotiation between temptation and integrity, between the easy path and the path less traveled. Thomas, a man of quiet faith, found himself in the heart of a storm. His world, once illuminated by the unwavering belief in a benevolent God, had grown dark. A tragedy had struck, leaving him questioning his faith. The once brightly burning candle on his bedside table now flickered precariously, mirroring the doubt gnawing at his soul. "Why?" he cried out, his voice echoing in the hollow space of his small apartment. Why would a loving God allow such suffering? Doubt, insidious and cold, seeped into the cracks of his belief. He was tempted to extinguish the candle, to surrender to the comforting embrace of disbelief, yet something held him back. The flicker of the flame, though weak, was a beacon in the encroaching darkness. It represented not just his faith but also the memory of his grandmother, her gentle voice whispering stories of miracles and unwavering belief. Could he abandon the legacy of her love, the comfort her faith had always provided? Captain Ava, her uniform crisp and adorned with medals of valor, stood before a map, her face etched with a conflict as old as war itself. She was a soldier, her loyalty to her country unquestionable. But tonight the lines between duty and conscience were blurred, the weight of her orders heavy on her heart. "These orders," she murmured, her voice barely a whisper, "they go against everything I believe in." The mission, cloaked in the language of strategy and necessity, felt morally wrong. She was tasked with a strike that, while strategically advantageous, would inevitably result in civilian casualties. Her hand instinctively went to the small, worn copy of her country's constitution she always carried in her pocket. It was a reminder of the ideals she had sworn to protect, the very principles her orders now seemed to contradict. Could she, in good conscience, follow an order that betrayed the very heart of why she served? David, a man who prided himself on his integrity, found his resolve crumbling under the weight of temptation. He was happily married, his love for his wife, Sarah, a beacon in his life. Yet here he was, in a hotel room halfway across the world, staring at a woman whose laughter held the allure of the forbidden. His gaze fell on his wedding ring, its gold band glinting under the soft light. It felt heavy on his finger, a silent accusation. Sarah's face, her eyes filled with love and trust, flashed before him. The guilt was a knot in his stomach, a bitter taste in his mouth. He had everything to lose, a love built on years of shared dreams, a future woven with the threads of trust and commitment. The other woman, beautiful and alluring, was a siren calling him towards the treacherous rocks of infidelity. Could he betray the sanctity of his vows? The heart of the woman who was his home? Section 5. The Unfinished Symphony, Maya's Dormant Passion. Maya, a talented musician, stared at her violin case, its worn leather a testament to her lifelong passion. But lately the music that once flowed effortlessly from her soul had become stilted, the melodies fragmented. Life, with its relentless demands, had chipped away at her time, her energy, her very desire to create. "Is it worth the struggle?" a voice whispered, tempting her with the seductive ease of surrender. It would be so easy to close the case, to relegate her music to the dusty corners of her past. After all, who would notice the absence of one more melody in the grand symphony of the world? But as she ran her fingers over the smooth wood of her violin, a surge of longing coursed through her. Music was not just a passion, it was her voice, her truth, her offering to the world. Could she silence that voice, betray the very essence of who she was? Section 6. Through the Crucible of Choice. Each character stands at a crossroads, their internal struggles mirroring the universal human experience. The flickering candle, the worn constitution, the glinting wedding ring, the silent violin, these become more than just objects. They are symbols, representations of the values that hang in the balance. Their choices, though deeply personal, resonate with a universal truth. That devotion is not a passive state of being. It is an active choice, a conscious decision made again and again, especially when faced with the siren song of temptation. The path of least resistance is always there, enticing us with the promise of ease. Yet it is in resisting that allure, in choosing the path of integrity, that we truly define ourselves. It is in those moments of struggle when our resolve is tested, that our devotion is forged and refined. The path of devotion is not for the faint of heart. It is a journey of the soul, a pilgrimage towards the truest expression of ourselves. Section 7. The echoes of our actions. Thomas, his hand hovering over the flickering candle, remembers the comfort his faith had always provided. He chooses to keep the flame alive, a beacon of hope in his own personal darkness. Eva, her fingers tracing the words of her country's constitution, chooses to uphold the spirit of the law, even if it means defying the letter. David, the weight of his wedding ring a tangible reminder of his vows, chooses the enduring power of love over the fleeting allure of infidelity. And Maya, her fingers finding familiar comfort on the strings of her violin, chooses to honor her passion, to let her music fill the world with beauty. Their choices, though made in solitude, have ripples far beyond their immediate spheres. Each act of devotion becomes a testament to the enduring power of human spirit, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. Section 8. Devotion, a symphony of the soul. Devotion is not a destination, it is a journey. It is a continuous act of choosing love over apathy, integrity over deceit, passion over indifference. It is about showing up, even when it's difficult, even when doubt whispers in our ear, even when the path ahead seems daunting. Like a symphony, our lives are composed of countless notes, each choice, each action, contributing to the overall melody. And it is through acts of devotion, large and small, that we infuse our lives with meaning and purpose. It is through these acts that we compose a symphony of the soul, a testament to the extraordinary capacity of the human heart. Section 9. The unending journey. The journey of devotion is never truly over. There will always be new challenges, new temptations, new crossroads to navigate. But with each choice we make, each time we choose the path of integrity, we strengthen our resolve. We become living examples of the transformative power of devotion, inspiring others to embark on their own journeys of the heart. The desert may whisper of mirages, but within each of us burns a compass, guiding us towards our true north. Let us choose to follow that compass, to embrace the challenges and the triumphs that come with living a life of devotion. For it is in those choices, in those moments of unwavering commitment, that we truly discover the depth and beauty of the human spirit.